everyone, Mike here from Hidden Photography, back once again, this time with a really quick tutorial in Lightroom, my first Lightroom tutorial. I had somebody ask, watching one of my videos on creating a matte effect in Photoshop CS6, if we could do the same effect in Lightroom. So I thought, well, let's give it a try and see what we can come up with in Lightroom. So I'll just prepare this screen here so that you can see it nicely. All right. So there's a lot of ways to create a haze effect, a matte effect on a photo. A lot of people will make it a lot more difficult than I feel like it needs to be, probably because mathematically those techniques are more correct. I'm not going to go through all of the things I would do to retouch this photo, at least not in this video, but really quickly I'll show you how to add a matte effect that I think you'll really like without having to export into Photoshop, or if you don't have Photoshop and Lightroom is the only program you're using, I think you'll get a lot of use out of this method. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, actually, generally you see your basic panel up here, and I'm going to close that, and my settings have only one of these panels open at a time. We'll go down to tone curve. In your tone curve, you'll see it, usually it'll open up just like this. There's a lot like curves in Photoshop, and you can grab individually, you can take your highlights and move them. And what we're going to actually do is click this. You see this thing down here? This will switch us to the linear curve. It's a little bit more like we see in Photoshop, but you know, we've removed these sliders and stuff down here. But it does work a lot like curves. Curves are, I mean, I can't even go into explaining curves for you because, I mean, there are books, and I have them, entire books written just on curves and how to use them. So here's your tip of the day. What I want to do is click right around here in halfway, about halfway between, this is their midpoints and these are our shadows on the image, and you can see if we move our shadows, this is just going to affect the dark areas of the image. I'm going to click and put an anchor point right about in the center there, and now I'm going to take the very end of the line and move the shadows up just a bit. Now watch this, watch what's going to happen. Look at that, there it is. There's our haze effect. Not exactly the same as it happens in Photoshop, but really quick, really easy, and you've got that haze effect set up. Now what I might do is go in here and play a little with some clarity. This is much more of a magazine-y kind of a look, at least in my opinion. We'll grab a little bit of exposure as well. And I'm done. I've added the matte effect. In my opinion, we're looking pretty good from where we were. If I just hit the Y key, we'll see the before and after, and you can see before we were much darker and more clear, and now I've added the matte effect. Now, it's going to look different on different images. You're going to have to play with that and see if it works for you. Something that you like, though, because these settings are fairly, you know, okay, they're fairly a good starting point. Say you could actually go into your preset and name that, and now you've got the preset to add. Super quick, super easy. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it and learned a little something. Thanks everybody, and have a great day.